November 2018 was one of the best months for Mac gaming in quite a while. So many amazing AAA and indie games have been ported to our system, and I'm eager to see what you guys think. So, here are the top 10 new Mac games of November 2018. Starting at number 10, we have Bad North. This is one of the coolest strategy games I've seen this year. It is very charming at first glance, but it actually is a brutal real-time tactics roguelike. Players must defend an island kingdom from Viking invaders. You can control your subjects and upgrade them along the way. It's not too difficult to just pick it up and play, even if Bad North doesn't offer tutorials or hold your hand. I also really like the art style. It is simple but stunning, and I love how the characters move around the island. It just looks pretty funny. Bad North is a fresh take on the RTS genre, and it is worth your time. Number 9 is Football Manager 19. Before we get into this, I'm sorry, I have no idea how to play these games. I just don't have the time to get into it, and these games take a lot of time. My apologies. Hopefully the gameplay gives you some idea of what's going on here. FM19 brings new features and improved game mechanics, which allow you, the player, to control a team in unique ways, creating your own story. The developers have improved on many elements from the previous games to deliver the best package yet. Basically, if you happen to love football and managing things to the smallest detail, you'll most likely love FM19. Number 8, we have Artifact. Valve have finally released a new game and have brought it to macOS. This is great, as Valve is continuing to show support for Mac gamers. Thank you. While I would not go as far to call it a groundbreaking game because it's just a trading card game, it is still a fun, well-polished experience. Apparently, it has been collaborated on between game designer Richard Garfield and Valve, and according to them, it offers the richest and best trading card experience yet. Now, while that is a bold statement to say, it appears to be a decent game, but only time will tell how well it is received. What do you guys think? Number 7 is Marble It Up. The iconic Marble franchise is back. If you have been following me for a while, you know how much I loved the previous game called Marble Blast Gold for PowerPC Max. In fact, I showcased it running on an iMac G5 a few weeks ago on Mr. Macwright. I was so excited to see the developers ported their new game to macOS. Marble It Up is insanely fun and plays similar to Marble Blast Gold. However, it has a more modern tone with different music, futuristic levels, etc. It appears strange at first, how you just roll around and bounce a marble around levels, but it is actually a great game and it's very addicting, and all the levels have been really well crafted here. If you've played any of the previous Marble games, you'll love this one. Even if you never played a previous game, it's worth a go. Number 6, we have Loria. This game is a homage to classic strategy games. However, it adds more modern elements, including controls and the user experience. If you love the RTS genre, you have to check out this game. It has 2 playable races, 2 campaigns with 8 missions each, a story, dozens of units, buildings and upgrades, and it goes on and on. The only downside right now is that Loria doesn't include multiplayer, which is a shame because I think that would really be a great asset to Lauria. However, according to them, if the game is well received, they will add it. Multiplayer would really make this a great package, I say, so I hope some of you do check out this game. Number 5 is Despotism 3K. Let's start off by saying this game is really weird and really gory. The good news is that pretty much any Mac gamer can play this one, as it has extremely low specs. The game is all about humans being enslaved by AI, and guess what? You're playing as the AI. You'll be using humans to extract power, and you can build your own empire. Players will have to keep a watchful eye so that your humans don't die of exhaustion or hunger. Basically, this game is a resource management sim with roguelite elements. A plot is also stuck in there, and some pop culture references are tossed around too. I guess you could say it's kind of showing you a really dark way of how our life could turn out, if you want to look at it like that. Be warned though, the game does feature some mature content. I actually had to kind of edit around and censor some of the parts of this footage because there's a lot of nudity and sex and stuff like that. So yeah, just be very warned. This game is not for children. Number 4, we have Farming Simulator 19. One of the best simulation games for Mac is back. Farming Simulator 19 brings you a new graphics engine, offering stunning visuals and effects, and brings you the most in-depth farming experience to date. Players can drive and use heaps of farming vehicles and tools, tend to livestock, ride horses, and join other players online. You might notice people online complaining about bugs and glitches, and while this might be true, I didn't face any issues on my end. It ran very well on my 2015 5K iMac. That being said, this one still requires a fairly new Mac to run. Number 3 is LEGO The Incredibles. 3 months after Feral ported LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, they have now brought us LEGO The Incredibles. Awesome! I was only able to briefly play this game for this video as I just didn't have the time, but from my experience the game is running very well on my 2015 5K iMac and my 15-inch 2018 MacBook Pro. The game does require a somewhat newer Mac from 2013 onwards, but these machines can run it with great performance. The game follows the events of the Incredibles 1 and 2 movies in the classic LEGO form. You can expect the same witty humor, LEGO building, but also super fun hero abilities to mess around with.
Get out of here! This thing's gonna blow! There's no time!
Number 2, we have MXGP 3. This one came as a surprise. MXGP 3 has been ported to macOS. It was announced by Virtual Programming some time ago that they were working on porting it to our system, however, they went dark until November. I am very pleased that Virtual Programming ported this game to Mac, as it is a great racing game for us. However, the bad news is that it requires an insanely powerful Mac to actually run somewhat well, because it needs 4 GB of VRAM, which many of you won't even have. I also noticed a really weird issue where all the players raced off the track and just kept coming back, disappearing, and then I would have to basically exit that level, retry it, and then they wouldn't do it. It was really weird. However, despite all that, I only had one issue and I really enjoyed playing it. It is the best bike racing game on Mac, but yeah, it requires a mammothly powerful Mac to run. My 2018 MacBook Pro with a external Blackmagic eGPU could only run the game at medium settings at 1080p, and I really thought it would be able to do much better than that. But yeah. And finally, number 1, we have Total War Warhammer 2. Isn't this good? We finally got Warhammer 2 out for Mac. The first one was one of the most popular modern strategy games for Mac, but I think Total War Warhammer 2 knocks it down a place. Players can choose from 4 iconic races and enter a campaign of conquest to save or destroy the new world. The game is packed with content, meaning you can enjoy hundreds of hours of gameplay that mixes turn-based strategy and real-time clashes on the battlefield. Be warned though, Total War Warhammer 2 requires a powerful Mac to run. See a list of supported Macs in the description. What a great month. What did you think? Happy? Disappointed? I'm personally very happy. I'm going to be distracted for quite a while. Let me know what you think of these games. Thanks for watching as usual. Be sure to subscribe, as this is the best place on YouTube to find the latest Mac games. Anyway, bye bye.